You wake up one morning, and as you try to get up, suddenly, you realize you can't do it by yourself. The first steps are heavy, and getting out of bed now requires assistance. This is not a story of someone else, but a reality for millions of elderly people around the world. A silent epidemic that slowly steals their muscle strength and independence. A truth most of us don't notice until it's too late. Welcome to today's video. Together, we will explore a health issue that affects millions of seniors: muscle loss. This gradual process weakens the body and makes it harder to live independently. But don't worry, today, I'm going to share not only the reasons why this happens but also the practical solutions you can apply to restore and preserve your muscle strength, enabling you to live healthier and more independently, no matter your age. In this video, you'll discover nutrient-packed foods that can help you maintain or even rebuild your muscle mass, and simple yet powerful habits you can incorporate into your daily routine to preserve your body's strength for years to come. We'll bring you the latest scientific research, share proven techniques, and most importantly, inspire you to take action right away so that you don't have to face muscle loss in the future. Think about this: do you want to maintain your independence for as long as possible? Or do you want to continue enjoying the simple joys of life, walking, climbing stairs, or simply getting up without needing help? Before we dive into the details of how to fight muscle loss, I want to share a small story with you. It's about a grandfather, who was once the strongest in the family, now facing the decline of his muscle mass and health. But he discovered a way to regain his independence, and I'm going to share how he did it. Together, let's uncover the secrets to ensure we never have to face such situations in the future. But before we dive into the specific solutions, did you know that there's one food that could help you maintain muscle mass, and it's something many people are still unaware of? Get ready for a surprise in the next few minutes. Imagine waking up one morning and noticing that your body just doesn't feel the same. You're not as strong as you used to be, and getting out of bed feels like more of a challenge. This is exactly what happens to many older adults as they experience sarcopenia, a condition that causes muscle loss with age. But what exactly causes this silent thief to gradually steal your strength? Let's take a closer look at the science behind it. Sarcopenia, simply put, is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength as we get older. But it's not just about getting old, it's a complex process influenced by several factors that affect our body's ability to maintain muscle tissue. The loss of muscle mass can begin as early as our 30s, but it becomes more noticeable and severe as we reach our 50s and 60s. As we age, our body goes through a number of changes. One of the primary culprits behind sarcopenia is the decline in hormone levels, especially testosterone and growth hormone, which play key roles in building and repairing muscle. As these hormones decrease, our muscles don't respond as effectively to the growth signals they once did. In addition, inflammation increases as we age, and chronic low-level inflammation can interfere with muscle repair and regeneration. The immune system, which helps repair muscles after a workout or injury, becomes less efficient, causing muscle fibers to break down faster than they can rebuild. Let me share a story about my dear friend, Margaret, a woman in her 70s who has always been active. Margaret used to walk 3 miles every morning, but recently, she began noticing that after her walks, she felt more fatigued than ever. Tasks she once did easily, like climbing stairs or carrying groceries, felt like major efforts. She went to her doctor, who diagnosed her with early-stage sarcopenia. The cause? A combination of natural aging and years of sitting more than moving, coupled with a diet that lacked sufficient protein to support muscle health. Her muscle mass had begun to shrink, and her strength had decreased significantly. Margaret's experience isn't unique. Research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society shows that muscle mass declines by 3% to 8% per decade after the age of 30. But what's even more concerning is that after age 60, the decline accelerates. According to the National Institute on Aging, sarcopenia affects more than 50% of adults aged 80 and older, significantly impacting their mobility, independence, and overall health. In another study conducted by McMaster University, researchers found that older adults who had less muscle mass were at a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and even death compared to those who maintained their muscle strength. This highlights the importance of not just preventing muscle loss, but actively working to preserve and even rebuild muscle as we age. So, what can we learn from Margaret's story and the research behind sarcopenia? The lesson here is simple: don't wait for it to happen. You can start taking action today to slow down, stop, or even reverse muscle loss. The earlier you take steps to improve your nutrition, exercise, and overall lifestyle, the better you'll be able to maintain your strength and mobility as you age. And the good news is, it's never too late to start. You can make a real difference, even if you're in your 60s or 70s, by focusing on the right foods, exercises, and habits that support your muscles. Now that we understand what sarcopenia is and what causes it, Let's explore how we can actually fight back. In the next section, we'll look at some powerful foods that can help us rebuild muscle mass, foods that are scientifically proven to make a difference. So, stay with me, because I'm about to share a surprising ingredient that might just be the key to preserving your strength. Now that we've uncovered the science behind muscle loss and sarcopenia, you might be wondering, what can I do to prevent it? While regular exercise plays a crucial role, nutrition is equally important. Certain foods are packed with essential nutrients that can help preserve and even rebuild muscle, even as we age. Let's take a deeper look at some of these powerful foods and explore the scientific evidence behind their effectiveness. As we discussed earlier, sarcopenia happens when our body loses muscle mass, and this process is influenced by many factors, including aging, lack of movement, and poor diet. What's fascinating is that specific nutrients, such as protein, amino acids, vitamins, and omega-3 fatty acids, are absolutely critical in maintaining muscle health. These nutrients help stimulate muscle protein synthesis, support muscle repair, and reduce the inflammation that contributes to muscle breakdown. So, what are the best foods to help prevent muscle loss? Let's dive in. Lean beef is a fantastic source of complete protein, which provides all the essential amino acids your muscles need for growth and repair. It's also one of the richest dietary sources of leucine, an amino acid that plays a key role in muscle protein synthesis. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who included lean red meat in their diet gained significant strength improvements compared to those who relied on plant-based protein sources. The leucine in beef helps activate the mTOR pathway, a critical mechanism in muscle growth. Let me tell you about John, a retired teacher in his 70s, who always enjoyed lean beef. He made it a point to include a small portion of beef in his diet a few times a week, and noticed that after just a couple of months, his energy levels improved, and he felt stronger during his walks. Whey protein is known for its high concentration of leucine, which helps stimulate muscle protein synthesis, even in aging muscles that may be less responsive to growth signals. According to a study by McMaster University, seniors who incorporated whey protein into their diet experienced a 40% improvement in muscle maintenance compared to those who consumed the same amount of protein from regular foods. Whey protein is also quickly absorbed by the body, providing an immediate source of amino acids to combat muscle breakdown. Sarah, a grandmother in her 60s, started adding whey protein to her smoothies after her workouts. She was amazed at how much better she felt, her strength increased, and she felt more energetic, even after a long day of taking care of her grandkids. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and promote muscle health. These fats are also important for enhancing muscle sensitivity to protein. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed fatty fish twice a week had significantly lower rates of muscle loss over a 3-year period compared to those who ate fish less frequently. The vitamin D in these fish also helps improve muscle function. Tom, a man in his late 60s, was hesitant to try more fish. However, after adding a serving of salmon to his weekly meals, he found that his joints felt less stiff, and his muscle strength improved, especially during his morning walks. Nuts and seeds are a powerful combination of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients like magnesium and zinc. These nutrients support muscle function and reduce inflammation. Studies from Tufts University show that older adults with higher levels of vitamin E, found in almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds, had a significant reduction in muscle loss over time. Magnesium, which is abundant in nuts, is also essential for muscle contraction and energy production. Alice, in her 70s, started snacking on a handful of mixed nuts daily. After a few weeks, she noticed less cramping in her legs, and she had more stamina throughout the day. Greek yogurt is an excellent source of protein, particularly casein, which is digested slowly, providing a steady release of amino acids over several hours. It's also rich in calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, all of which are essential for maintaining strong bones and muscles. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association found that seniors who incorporated Greek yogurt into their diets experienced improved muscle strength and better physical performance. It's also shown to reduce muscle breakdown, especially when consumed before bedtime. Jim, an active senior in his 60s, added a serving of Greek yogurt to his nightly routine. Not only did he find that it helped with his muscle recovery after workouts, but it also became his favorite snack before bed, giving him an extra boost of protein for muscle repair overnight. The key takeaway here is that dietary choices have a significant impact on muscle preservation, especially as we age. Including these foods in your diet regularly can make a real difference in maintaining strength, mobility, and overall quality of life. Whether it's lean beef, whey protein, fatty fish, nuts and seeds, or Greek yogurt, these foods provide essential nutrients that work together to fight muscle loss. The most important thing to remember is that small changes in your diet can lead to big improvements in how you feel and how your body responds to aging. But the real magic happens when you combine these dietary changes with a consistent exercise routine. Now that we've covered some powerful foods that help preserve muscle, let's take a closer look at how we can incorporate exercise into our daily routine to maximize muscle preservation. In the next section, we'll explore some simple yet effective exercises that can help you maintain strength and improve mobility, no matter your age. Stay tuned. Now that we've explored the importance of nutrition and the foods that can help preserve muscle mass, it's time to talk about the other crucial factor in maintaining strength as we age: exercise. You may have heard the saying, "You are what you eat," but I'd like to add another: you are what you do. Exercise, particularly strength training, plays a vital role in preventing muscle loss and keeping our bodies strong and healthy, even in our later years. But here's the catch: it's not just about hitting the gym or lifting heavy weights. For older adults, the key is finding sustainable and safe exercises that can be done regularly. Whether it's simple bodyweight exercises or walking, the goal is to engage in physical activity that challenges the muscles without causing harm. As we get older, our muscles become less responsive to the growth signals that younger muscles respond to. This is known as anabolic resistance. Basically, our muscles become less efficient at growing back after use. However, strength training, even at a moderate level, can reverse this process. Research from Harvard Medical School and the National Institute on Aging shows that resistance training, which involves activities like lifting weights, doing push-ups, or even using resistance bands, can help seniors regain muscle mass and strength. What's more, resistance training doesn't just preserve muscle, it also helps improve bone density, balance, and joint health. Let me share the story of David, a 70-year-old retired engineer, who had always been an active man. But in the past few years, he noticed that he was becoming weaker and had trouble lifting things or even getting up from a chair. At first, he thought it was just a part of aging. But then, David decided to try something different. He started with light resistance exercises, such as squats and using resistance bands, just 10 minutes a day. After about 6 weeks, David noticed a real change. His legs felt stronger, he could carry heavier bags, and he even felt more energetic throughout the day. His doctor confirmed that David's strength had improved significantly, which was helping with his overall mobility and balance, reducing the risk of falls. David's experience isn't unique. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that older adults who engaged in just 2 sessions of strength training per week experienced significant improvements in both muscle mass and functional ability. The research showed that even low-intensity strength training can make a world of difference, particularly when combined with a proper diet. Another research from Tufts University found that seniors who maintained regular physical activity, including walking and resistance training, had a 40% lower risk of disability compared to those who were sedentary. This highlights the power of movement, even if it's just walking or doing simple exercises. But exercise isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about lifestyle, because things like sleep, stress management, and social interaction also play a crucial role in preserving muscle mass. Sleep, quality sleep is essential for muscle recovery. A study from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that sleep deprivation can hinder muscle protein synthesis, meaning your muscles won't rebuild as effectively after exercise. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep each night. Stress, chronic stress leads to higher levels of cortisol, a hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. Managing stress through relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing can help reduce cortisol and protect your muscles. Social connections. Interestingly, social interaction plays a role in muscle health as well. Research from the University of California found that seniors who are socially engaged tend to maintain better physical health and muscle mass, compared to those who are isolated. Having a support system and participating in group activities can make staying active much more enjoyable and sustainable. The takeaway here is that exercise and lifestyle aren't separate pieces, they work hand in hand. Strength training helps your muscles grow and stay strong, but without good sleep, a balanced life, and regular social interactions, the process won't be as effective. The key is to adopt a holistic approach to health, where you focus on both physical activity and lifestyle choices. Now that we understand how exercise and lifestyle impact muscle preservation, let's explore how we can incorporate these principles into our daily routine. In the next section, we'll look at simple exercises that you can start with today, and how to create a sustainable plan that keeps you strong for years to come. So, stay tuned. By now, we've learned a lot about muscle loss and how diet, exercise, and lifestyle choices can help prevent it. But all this knowledge means little without action. The next step is to create a sustainable muscle maintenance plan, something that fits into your daily life and supports long-term health, rather than feeling like another chore. The beauty of building a muscle maintenance plan is that it doesn't require extreme measures or hours at the gym. In fact, it's the small, consistent changes that can make the biggest impact. So, how can we design a plan that works for seniors? Let's break it down in simple steps that you can easily incorporate into your routine. The first step in building your muscle maintenance plan is to set realistic goals. It's important to acknowledge where you are right now and work from there. If you're someone who has been mostly sedentary, don't try to go from 0 to 100 overnight. Instead, start small and gradually build up your strength and stamina. Let's consider Helen, a 68-year-old woman who hasn't been very active for years. She had started to notice her legs feeling weak and often struggled to walk up the stairs. Helen decided to set a realistic goal of walking for 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week. After a couple of weeks, she felt more confident, so she increased her walks to 20 minutes and added some light resistance exercises, like squats and leg raises. By setting achievable goals, Helen was able to slowly build strength without overwhelming herself. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, setting short-term, achievable goals, such as walking for 10 minutes a day, can help you stay motivated. Gradually increasing the intensity and frequency of your workouts can lead to sustained improvements without burnout. Now that you have your goals set, let's talk about the 2 main types of exercise you need to include in your plan: strength training and cardiovascular exercise. Strength training. This is essential for building and maintaining muscle. You don't need to start with heavy weights. Bodyweight exercises, like squats, push-ups, and lunges, or resistance bands are perfect for beginners. Take John, a 72-year-old man who loves gardening. He began doing simple bodyweight exercises 3 times a week, focusing on his legs, arms, and core. After just a month, John noticed he was able to move around the garden more easily and felt less fatigued. His doctor also confirmed that his muscle strength had improved. Walking, swimming, or cycling help improve heart health, stamina, and muscle endurance. Cardio can also support fat loss and help with recovery after strength training. According to Harvard Health, seniors who combine cardio with strength training experience greater improvements in muscle mass, bone density, and overall mobility. Just 30 minutes of moderate intensity cardio, like brisk walking, 5 times a week, is enough to keep your heart healthy and muscles engaged. Your muscle maintenance plan isn't complete without proper nutrition and hydration. As you continue with your exercise routine, your muscles need fuel to repair and grow. Consuming enough protein, from sources like lean meats, fish, beans, and dairy, is crucial for muscle repair. Additionally, staying hydrated helps muscle function and prevents cramps. Margaret, who we mentioned earlier, made sure to pair her new strength training routine with a protein-rich breakfast. She enjoyed a smoothie made with Greek yogurt, spinach, and berries, providing her muscles with the nutrients they needed to rebuild after exercise. Margaret found that her energy levels increased, and her muscle soreness decreased after starting this habit. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who increased their protein intake, especially after exercise, saw a significant improvement in muscle strength and function. Protein, combined with carbs and healthy fats, aids in the muscle recovery process, ensuring you get the most out of your exercise. As important as exercise is, rest is just as essential. Muscle recovery happens when you sleep, relax, and allow your muscles time to heal and grow stronger. Make sure to sleep 7 to 9 hours a night and take rest days between intense workouts to prevent injury and fatigue. Bill, a 65-year-old who loves to lift weights, found that he wasn't seeing the results he expected. After consulting his trainer, Bill realized he was overworking his muscles and not allowing enough time for recovery. He adjusted his workout schedule to include more rest and sleep, and within weeks, his muscle mass and strength began to improve. The National Sleep Foundation confirms that muscle recovery and growth occur during sleep, as the body releases growth hormones that repair damaged muscle fibers. Lack of sleep can impair muscle recovery, making rest just as vital as the exercise itself. Finally, consistency is key. Your muscle maintenance plan will only be effective if you stick with it. Track your progress, celebrate your victories, whether it's lifting a bit more weight or walking for longer, and make adjustments if needed. Eva, a 75-year-old who was determined to maintain her independence, tracked her progress each week, noting improvements in how much weight she could lift and how long she could walk without feeling tired. Every time she hit a milestone, it motivated her to keep going. Studies show that tracking progress helps people stay committed to their exercise and nutrition plans. Writing down your workouts or using an app to track your food intake can keep you accountable and show you just how much progress you're making. The lesson here is simple: start small, stay consistent, and make it part of your lifestyle. Your muscle maintenance plan doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be sustainable. By setting realistic goals, combining strength training with cardio, eating well, resting properly, and staying consistent, you can build a plan that will keep you strong and healthy for years to come. Now that we've built a solid foundation for a sustainable muscle maintenance plan, the next step is to put it into action. In the next section, we'll dive into simple, beginner-friendly exercises you can start today to build strength and boost your muscle health. Let's take those first steps together. As we come to the end of our journey together, I want to take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned. Muscle loss doesn't have to be a part of aging. It's a challenge, yes, but it's one that you can regain control over with the right actions, mindset, and lifestyle choices. From understanding the science behind sarcopenia, to discovering the best foods and exercises for muscle maintenance, and building a sustainable plan, you now have the tools you need to take charge of your health. The most powerful part of this journey is the realization that you have the power to make changes and improve your quality of life. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to take steps towards better muscle health. Small changes, made consistently over time, can lead to big improvements in your strength, independence, and overall well-being. Let's revisit the story of Margaret, a woman in her late 60s who took the initiative to make small, meaningful changes. By incorporating more protein-rich foods, starting simple strength exercises, and getting enough rest, Margaret regained her energy and muscle strength. She didn't just feel physically stronger, she felt more empowered to enjoy her life without the fear of losing her independence. Margaret's story is a reminder that we don't have to accept muscle loss as a given part of aging. With dedication and the right strategies, we can maintain and even rebuild muscle mass well into our later years. It's about empowering ourselves with knowledge, action, and the right support. Research continues to support the idea that muscle maintenance is within our reach, no matter our age. A study from the American Journal of Preventive Medicine showed that seniors who engaged in just 2 sessions of strength training per week experienced significant improvements in muscle mass and strength. Additionally, studies from Harvard Medical School and Tufts University confirm that seniors who follow a balanced plan of exercise, nutrition, and rest have better mobility, less risk of falls, and improved overall health. But it's not just about the science, it's about taking those scientific principles and making them work for you. And that's exactly what Margaret and countless others have done. The key lesson here is simple: take small steps every day. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the prospect of change, but every small decision, whether it's choosing to take a walk, eating a protein-rich meal, or getting a good night's sleep, adds up. The cumulative effect of these choices will lead to a healthier, stronger you. And that, in turn, will empower you to live a life that's not defined by muscle loss, but by strength, independence, and vitality. I hope this video has inspired you to take control of your health. Remember, it's never too late to start. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into specific exercises that can help you maintain and even rebuild muscle mass from the comfort of your own home. So, stay tuned and let's continue this journey together towards a stronger, healthier you.